Hi, everybody. It's Dave from the Outdoor Trade Show Network. It's Sunday night, and it's time for We Care You Matter. And tonight, what I want to talk about is I want to talk to everybody out there. I'm looking for feedback from everybody on what you would like us to have as far as content in the news broadcast that'll be on the website. So I want to talk to you about that. I want to talk to you about the Friday. I was at the St. Paul Ice Show, and I had a really good time up there. And want to talk a little bit about Josh and Emily at Crappie Junction and what they were doing up there. Want to talk about the Muskie Expo. That's coming up. That's coming on us real quick. And then yesterday, we did our very first Big Dog Challenge. Or I guess we call it the Big Dog Shootout, that was. But we're going to have many more of the Big Dog Challenges. And I'm going to talk to everybody about that. So with that, I guess what I want to get to first is Angel and Carlos and Joe. They've got the website to where you can look at it. There's still some things to be done. We're waiting on Vimeo with the apps. They're building the apps and putting the TV. Our TV network we're in the last phase of what's happening with the TV network with Vimeo right now. So they're working on that. You can look at the website. It looks really nice. Those guys, they did a really nice job. There's some things that are going to get worked on and tweaked. And it's going to be that way all the way through. There's things in there going to be worked. But what I want to ask everybody is I want to do a outdoor news broadcast maybe 3 times a week, maybe 4 or 5. I'm not sure. What I'd like to ask everybody is, and get a hold of me or get a hold of us here, what would you like us to have in that content? What are you looking for as far as information that has to do with outdoor products? So I want to put that out there because I want to, there's so much out there. The hardest part with this is what do you talk about? Because there's so much out there and so much going on. So I would like suggestions from everybody. Please let me know what you'd like from us, what you're looking for in having news that has to do with the outdoors. And then with that, let's see, what else do I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about the news. I want to talk about the St. Paul Ice Show. Went to that on Friday, and I had a great time up there. And I want to talk about Josh and Emily. If you would, everybody, go to Facebook here in Crappie Junction. Josh and Emily were at the show, and they went around, and Saturday and Sunday, Emily and Josh, they did video after video, live broadcasts. They hit booth after booth after booth, and they do a great job. I'm jealous Emily and Josh, I got to tell you, I'm jealous. You guys do such a good job. I want everybody to go there and take a look at what they did and all the different companies that they talked to and stuff that they showed. And it was just, guys, I tried to watch as many. Tonight, what I haven't watched so far today, I'll watch tonight. But I'll get all your videos watched that you did at the show. And I wanted to say thank you to them for what they do when they go to a show. It's really nice what they do. But I also wanted to talk about is I enjoy these shows so much. There's so much to these shows that I truly, truly do enjoy. And I get to talk to people and I get to network with people. And, I got to stop by St. Croix. I got to talk to Ryan and Rich there. They're now getting into the custom ice rods. And, they didn't just jump into this. We had a lot of nice talk. They didn't just jump into this because it was a trendy thing to do. They looked at it and looked at what was the best way that St. Croix could put out the best product they could with doing custom ice rods and that. And like I talked to those guys, and I'll kind of mention this with anybody, is when you have a fishing rod, somebody asks, what are you using there? What do you got for a rod? And you say a St. Croix, you don't have to say anymore. You just say a St. Croix, and they're like, oh, okay. They know you got the best rod you can have. So that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. So I got to talk to those guys. I got to talk to James Howarth at Scaleware, and I always enjoy seeing James. We talk quite a bit. His Scaleware, Vexen. I guess we knew him years ago as Tackle Industries. Tackle Industries now is Vexen.com. and now he has Scaleware, and it's some of the nicest clothes that you guys could look up. Scaleware. James, we're gonna do a lot with James. He's got some tungsten jigs that he was selling 10 packs of at the show, and he was banging them out. He was banging pack after pack after pack of tungsten jigs. Friday, we were there on Friday. HT got to talk to Coot over there. Tony Boshaw, got to talk to him. Got to talk to the Thornton Brothers guys. Doug Wagner was in there. Got to spend some time with Doug, talk to Doug. Those guys are swamped. Any show you go to, the Thornton Brothers is the one of the retailers. They get slammed. They're constantly slammed at the show, so I didn't get to talk to him much. Danny Thompson over at Garmin. Spent a bunch of time with Danny. Enjoyed Garmin. I like to go look at what Garmin has. Then I like to go over. Humminbird is another company that I really enjoyed. They were right across from St. Croix, so it was nice. Look at Humminbird, walk across the aisle, look at St. Croix, walk across the aisle, look at Humminbird. And then so many of the smaller vendors that were there that I talked to, and that's, if I try to go through, and a suggestion I might make is go to St. Paul Ice Show. Look at the exhibitors. It's really nice. If you go into the website, you look at the exhibitors, they have their websites on there. They had well over 100. I don't know how many. They had a lot of exhibitors there. It was that is one of the shows that everybody should just go to walk around and talk to all the manufacturers that are there. Everybody did a nice job. I'm trying to think who else. Joe Henry up at the Lake of the Woods Tourism. Always enjoyed talking to Joe. Got to spend time with Joe. Neptune Ice Rods. Phil, but here's the problem. John and Phil were slammed. I mean, we got a chance to walk by and say hi. We got a chance to talk to them, but they were selling ice rods, just bang, 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 bang. They were busy as could be. They got a good product. I think there was a lot of people that were at the show looking for their Neptune ice rods. Let's see who else. Akara. There's a Russian gentleman there that I always enjoy talking to. He's at the St. Paul show. I look forward to spending some time talking to him. He has Akara. Let's see what farther up the booth. I ran into a friend and a guy that I'm hoping we do a lot with, Jeff Anderson with Anderson Brothers Outdoors, ABO, and he does Raw Fish Media. And Jeff does so much. Jeff is one of the busiest people I know. He does a TV show for Clam Outdoors. He does video and videographing and for all kinds of different companies that are in the fishing industry. I got a chance to spend a lot of time with Jeff. We talked about a lot of stuff because, I'm going to tell you, and I'll kind of let this be known to anybody out there. You got Doug Wagner Fishing, you got Burnin' Eights Media, you got Anderson Brothers Outdoors, you got Killing Time Outdoors, and all the people I reached out to get content so that I had some really nice content when I first started the Roku channel and I started Apple TV and Chromecast. Those were the guys that got me the content and were really excited about being on a TV channel and being part of a TV network. So those guys are always going to have a very special place with me because, they got me the content and they're all on board. So it was nice to spend time with Jeff, talk to Jeff about a lot of things that we have coming up and how he can help and how I can help him. So that was nice. And Jeff was swamped. I mean, everybody at the show wanted to talk to Jeff. Jeff this and they were looking, the Clam guys down there. I got a chance to talk to Sean down there. Oh, John Crane, a bunch of guys I talked to down there. The Freybill, they had a nice, I liked what Freybill did. Freybill had a nice setup down there. If I tried to go through all the different smaller guys that I would have to, it would take me hours to go through what a lot of the smaller manufacturers were doing and the products. They got such nice stuff, and that's why I want to explain, please, when you know that there's a show, fishing, hunting, outdoor show, go to that show. Look around. You're gonna see some of the best stuff you've ever looked at or were interested in and had to do with the outdoors, you will find at a show. And that St. Paul Ice Show, if you're an ice fishing guy, you need to go there. Let's see, I'm trying to think now. Oh, Striker. So we went down to Striker. Emily, we went down and talked to Striker and Striker Brands. And Striker Brands now is having summer clothing. And I know anybody that's done anything that has to do with ice fishing or the ice fishing world, Striker ice suits, you know, you buy yourself a Striker ice suit and you have it the rest of your life. In all those companies, I'm not just going to, you know, say, oh, Striker's but no, any of those. They make such good quality products today, but Striker is one of those companies that they put a really good product out there. So, and they're doing summer wear. So we had a nice talk with them to get them on board with the Outdoor Trade Show Network, where we're at, what we're doing. We exchanged informations and that. It would be nice to have Striker Brands on board with what we're doing. They're not just ice suits now. And they showed what they were doing with their summer clothing and what they're coming out with. It's really nice stuff. Let's see, who else, everybody? I don't want to forget. Oh, we went through Steve Worrell, Outdoors First Media, Steve and Keith. I had a nice time talking with them. We walked around. We talked a bunch. They were busy doing filming. And that's another one. Go to Outdoors First Media, outdoorsfirstmedia.com. Just go to Outdoors First Media. They were doing a whole bunch of videos with a whole bunch of the vendors and manufacturers that were at the ice show themselves. So with that, and then I want to do this again. Crappie Junction. It's Josh and Emily Jensen. They do. I know Josh is behind the camera, and Emily is the one that talks to everybody, but she really does a good job. It's on Facebook here. Watch all the different videos from all the different companies that took the time to do a live broadcast with Emily at the St. Paul Ice Show. Let's see, and I know I'm probably going to forget, Dee Thompson. Oh, we were down at Laser down there. I'm trying to think. We got James Howarth. I spent a lot of time talking to James at Scaleware. So, guys, if I talk to you and I didn't talk about you here, it's because I forgot, because, like I'll tell you again and again and again, I get nervous doing this. I want to do this right. I want to do a good job. Then the other one is I went up to the show with Mike with the... and that's coming up in another 5 or 6 weeks, and I want to mention this to everybody, is that the Chicago, or go to muskieexpo.com, but the Chicago Muskie Expo will be January 17th, 18th, and 19th. I'll be there all 3 days. I'm there helping Mike do the shows, and but that's coming up here real quick, everybody. So I wanted to put that out there. I'll talk about that now every week, is that... And I'll talk about this also with everybody, is as soon as that show gets done, we'll be at the SHOT Show. I'm going to be, well, let me do it again, at the Chicago Muskie Expo, which will be January 17th, 18th, and 19th. And I really want to put this out there with everybody, is I would like to meet people. If that's a place, a neutral spot where we could get together and we can sit down and talk about what we're doing here, or how I can help you, or just if you want to sit down and talk about what's going on in this outdoor world, I'll be at the show. Get a hold of me, send a message here, get a hold of us. I want to a big thing I want to do at these shows, and I truly believe that they're more of a convention than they are an expo, is it's a networking where we can all get together and talk. So I would like to reach out. You reach out to me. We'll set up a time, or find me at the show. I'll be there all day. And that's another one we'll talk about, is that if you are in the Chicago area, now the Milwaukee show is in February, but if you're anywhere within really 100, 150, 200, really if you're within driving distance of that Chicago show, come. It's a really good show. You're gonna enjoy it. I mean, if you do any kind of fishing for big fish, that you want to be there. You got these guys, the manufacturers are there. The products they do are everything there. That is, well, to me, it's probably the best show out there as far as in the muskie world right now. It starts the year off. That Chicago show starts really the show season off, and that's one heck of a good show. So get a hold of me. We'll meet there. The week after that, we leave on the 21st to the 25th, we'll be in Las Vegas at the SHOT Show. That's where Carlos and Joe and myself and a lot of other people that we do business with on the firearms end of what we're doing, that we all have a chance to sit down and we talk, and it's nice. So if you're going to be out at the SHOT Show and you're interested in having your own TV show, your own TV channel, you want to sell your products, and that's with everybody today. If you're a manufacturer, you got products with this outdoors and you want to sell them on TV, you get a hold of us, because we're just right now, the apps are in there. We're doing the, I don't know what they call it, review of the apps right now. There's a few kinks that are getting worked out, but this is going to happen here real quick. And yeah, you want to be able to sell your products on TV. Get a hold of us. We'll work something out. We'll make sure that we do anything that we possibly can to help you out. I guess my goal, and I've said this over and over again, with the TV network and the TV channel, is to put manufacturers with customers, and for customers to find manufacturers. So we want to put you two together. It's going to have to do. It's where you go before you buy. That's important to me. If you're looking to buy an outdoor product, you're going to come to our network. You're going to watch videos. You're going to look at everything that we have going on between the website, the TV channel, the app, and the way technology is changing today. There's a lot of other things that'll probably be added in there. But you come to our network, you look at the content that's provided through our network, and then you make a decision on what you want to buy. And I think it's safe to say right now that if, and I truly believe this, that within a short amount of time, if you're looking to purchase a firearm, if you are interested in purchasing a firearm, that the first thing you're going to think about is, I got to go to the Outdoor Trade Show Network, and I got to see what's available, what kind of discounts there are, what videos there are, what new products there are, what they have going on at the Outdoor Trade Show Network before I purchase a firearm. And what will happen with that is all the other industries will follow. Fishing and camping and off-roading. Everybody will follow. No, Jeff just asked, Jeff, I can't make it to the Duluth show. I almost would like to go, and you made me think about it, because I forgot to mention Duffy here with Nebulous. I know Duffy will be up there. The Neptune guys will be up there, Jeff. I'm not going to make it up to the Duluth show. That's a long ways for me to go. I'm south of Madison. I think Duluth, for me, is, I'm thinking about a 7-hour drive. So I wasn't going to make it up to Duluth. I got to see a lot of the people that I wanted to see and look at a lot of the products I wanted to look at Friday at the St. Paul show. So sorry, Jeff. I wouldn't mind going up there. I love going to these shows. So maybe if I had a good reason to go, I'd run up there. But that's a long ways. That's a long ways to go. Oh, and another one. My sister's in town. My sister's coming in town on Thursday, so I can't go. That's the other reason I can't go. So I can't make it up there. She's going to be around for the weekend. Let's see. With that, what else did I have on my agenda tonight? I'm trying to think here. Oh, okay, everybody. So the other one I want to get to is this, is that we did our first Big Dog Shootout yesterday, or a Big Dog Challenge, and I would like to let everybody know we had a blast. So that went well. We had a good time. We had a good time. We had Pete and Matt and Mark and myself, and they did long range shooting, precision shooting, and they had targets set up from 300 yards. They started out at 300 yards, and they worked their way up to 1,200 yards. And I'm not going to tell you what happened or how it came out, but we, yesterday afternoon, the first person won the Big Dog Shootout, and he got himself a T-shirt that's got the big dog on the back of it. I should have brought the shirt along. So, and we had a blast. We had a good time, and the best part was that at the end of the day, as I said, wow, I'm going to do a lot of these, and we're going to have a good time with it. The only thing we didn't do, this is our very first big dog shootout or a big dog challenge, is we didn't have at the end, which is I think I want to make mandatory with the rest of the big dog challenges, is that the products that were involved, so if you want to be part of our big dog challenge, you're a manufacturer or you're someone that wants to put one together, we have to get with the manufacturers. That's going to be a big part of our big dog challenge and a big dog shootout is the manufacturers with the products that are involved in the competition. I need to have the manufacturers in our system, and we need to be able to give discounts on those products because that's a big part of what we're going to do with the big dog challenge. So we did not do that yesterday at the end, and I'm not putting... Now, none of that content from yesterday's Big Dog Challenge will be on Facebook. It won't be on any of the, I don't know what we call them, YouTube, Facebook, the normal social media platforms because they don't want firearms content. They don't want the firearms people. They wish that the firearms, anything that had to do with firearms would go away. So that's why we created our own network, was so that we could put out really good content that had to do with firearms. And my goal with the firearms and the whole outdoor industry is that before anybody thinks about purchasing a product, and it's going to happen, everybody, because in a few weeks, once the TV platform is, our journey begins. And I want everybody that thinks about an outdoor product to come to our network to see what's out there and what's available. And the firearms we're going to show a lot of love to the firearms industry. So that's a big part of what we're going to do coming right out of the gate is we're going to help the firearms people, and the Big Dog Shootout and the Big Dog Challenge is a great way that we can have a lot of fun. We can showcase products, and at the end, the weapon systems that the guys were using yesterday, part of the Big Dog Shootout is we will have where you could purchase either the complete weapon system build or different parts of the weapon system. But at the very end of every one of our Big Dog Challenges and Big Dog Shootouts is we're going to have those products for sale, because that's part of the program and that's part of what we're doing here at the Outdoor Trade Show Network. So, and I had a blast yesterday. Now, one thing now that we do have a big dog, now there is someone that can say that they are the big dog, is what happens now is anybody can challenge. So anything else that we do a Big Dog Challenge, once there's a winner, once someone is the big dog for whatever we come up with, anybody out there can challenge. But we're going to do a lot of this is going to have to do with a lot of street dragging and a lot of street racing. Back in some of our earlier days when we had some problems with Sheriff's Department, that there was a way we did things that was a lot of fun. And that was, once you're the winner or once you're the big dog, now if you put up a challenge to the big dog makes up the rules. Once you're the big dog, you're the big dog. So the gentleman that won the challenge yesterday, if you put up and you challenge him now to a long range shoot, he'll come up with the rules for the next challenge. So that's what's going to make this fun. We had a blast at it yesterday. Oh, Jeff. Jeff, he manages Temple Bay Lodge. And I'm interested in what you were doing in many shows. And Jeff, I wasn't sure if that was you. Everybody, if you do me a favor, Jeff here is the owner of Temple Bay Lodge. And that's one of the things that I look forward to at the Muskie Expo. He's probably one of the nicest people I've met and that I've talked to at the shows. He has a beautiful lodge in Canada. He does Jeff, let everybody know, you do the All Canada shows. You do a lot of shows. And you're one of there's a handful of you guys that do a great job with your customers and people, and you're one of the nicest people to talk to. So Let's see. What do you got here? Canada shows. Yep, you do the Canada shows and doing the Muskie show for me. So I will be there in Schaumburg and Madison show closer. So yes, please, Jeff. And that's another one with Jeff. I'd like to put this out there to you, Jeff, is that with the Outdoor Trade Show Network and this network that we're building, travel is going to be a big part. And what you have going on up at Temple Bay, it would be nice if you put together a video and got into our network and got a hold of us, and we'll talk about how us at our network here, we can help you get a few more people up at your lodge and share the information, or let everybody know, what a really nice place you have up there. So if you would, I'm pretty sure if you go to Temple Bay Lodge and you put it in Google search, or you put it in any of your search engines, it'll pop up. Jeff, I can't say enough nice things about you, okay? And it's not just saying it. You're a very nice man. Always enjoy. You've got Tony that's always there in the booth, and one of the nicer men. He's just everything about what you do there is fantastic. So with that, everybody, I think I got my bases covered. I got a lot what I wanted to do. I'm looking, like I said, I'm looking for news content for our nightly news, the St. Paul Ice Show. We'll talk, I think so much of Josh and Emily, what they do at Crappie Junction. The Muskie Expo, it's coming up here pretty quick. We had our Big Dog Challenge and we had a blast. And we have our very first big dog. So, and now it's up to someone to challenge. And then the gentleman that won, he's going to make up the rules for somebody that wants to to win the big dog shootout or the big dog challenge. So we had a lot of fun. Oh God, we had a blast yesterday. But that you won't be able to see. And that will all be part of our TV content. So anything that has to do with firearms, you won't see on Facebook, you won't see on YouTube, you won't see on any of those platforms. All of our firearms content will be through our website and our TV network. So with that, everybody, I guess I want to say thank you. I think I got my bases covered. I want to say thank you to Jeff, and say, I guess, thank you to Temple Bay Lodge, because the man does a good job, everybody. So with that, I think I'm going to say thank you. And stay tuned, everybody. We got a lot of good stuff coming up here. And talk to you next week.